What is up, PG Nation? I'm Ben and welcome to my top 10 upcoming gacha games on Android and iOS. The ranking is in no particular order, and while I have you here, please do subscribe. I know that most of you who are watching my videos are not subscribed yet, and I would definitely appreciate it if you did. And if you do, you will get your comments on screen like right now. Also, bomb that like button for part 2 with even more gacha goodness. Now, let's jump right in. Number 10. Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. Square Enix and Disney revealed a brand new Kingdom Hearts game for mobile during the franchise's 20th anniversary event, called Missing Link. Details for the game are pretty scarce, as you probably expect from Kingdom Hearts. All we know so far is that Missing Link will be hosting a closed beta in the near future and will allow players to embark on adventures from the realm of Scala and Calum into the real world. It looks to be a third-person action game much like every other console game in the series, and it will likely feature some gacha and JRPG mechanics as well, like leveling up and party composition. It's been a while since the first mobile game, Union X, came out, so as a Kingdom Hearts fan, I'm hyped. Number 9. SNK AllStar Fight. SNK AllStar Fight, not to be confused with SNK AllStar, which shut down in 2021, is a new SNK crossover game coming to all regions. This is an action RPG featuring characters from SNK franchises in 3D cel-shaded graphics. The game will not only feature characters from SNK's fighting games like The King of Fighters, Samurai Showdown, and The Last Blade, but also from the Run and Gun series, that is Metal Slug of course. There was a closed beta for the English release that ran in May of this year, and AllStar Fight will be available for Android and iOS devices worldwide, starting with Japan, where the game has a launch window of fall 2022. Any SNK fans in the house? Number 8. Goddess of Victory Nikkei. The card collecting idol shooter Goddess of Victory Nikkei is finally open for pre-registration, with a bunch of rewards as a giveaway for sign-ups. You play as Nikkei, and your task is to defend against alien invaders in this third-person shooter with some gorgeous graphics and fast-paced combat. The setting is a post-apocalyptic world, and as for the modes, besides the story campaign, there is the map adventure puzzle, the tower, a boss rush mode, as well as the roguelike simulation room and the lost sector where you must solve puzzles to progress. You can also team up with your friends in the co-op battle mode. Goddess of Victory Nikkei uses easy one-hand controls, has plenty of waifus to collect and battle with, and the best part is, it's coming on November 1st. Now who's ready? Number 7. Sword Art Online Variant Showdown. Bandai Namco has announced that Sword Art Online will be getting a brand new mobile game called Variant Showdown to celebrate the anime series' 10th anniversary. It is a fact that the anime has a ton of games both on mobile and on consoles, and this new entry will feature 3D arena-based combat with all of the characters from the franchise. There's a sneak peek of the storyline available on the official website, and it's a fairly standard SAO plot where the main character, Kirito, and his friends get involved in a competitive world game called Cross Edge, and if you're defeated, you will lose a portion of your real-life memory. Pre-registrations are live and the game is set for a global release at some point in 2022. Number 6. Project Snow. Project Snow is a gorgeous anime gacha that was announced last year and had its first global closed beta test in June earlier this year. The game is a narrative-driven third-person shooter which features an extensive story packed with a ton of different waifus to seek out and collect. As for the release date, and given that the first global beta just took place for Android devices exclusively, there are 2 more test phases coming up, one for iOS and one for PC, so the global release is likely still some times off. And while I can't rule out a 2022 release, it's much more likely that Project Snow will be releasing in the first quarter of 2023. Number 5. Summoner's War Chronicles. The third game in the Summoner's War series was officially released in Korea earlier in the summer on iOS, Android and PC, with a global release on the way. Chronicles will see you venturing through a massive world to battle against popular monsters from the other Summoner's War games, Sky Arena and Lost Centuria. Chronicles seem to borrow a good chunk from games like Genshin Impact and Tower of Fantasy, both visually and gameplay-wise. The gacha mechanics on the other hand are different, as you will choose a class at the start and the gacha portions comes in the monsters you'll be summoning to battle. Details about the story are thin, but given how much the Summoner's War universe has expanded since the first game, there's plenty of lore to pick from, so there's gonna be a ton of fan service here as well. Number 4. Honkai Star Rail. Hoyo vs sequel to Honkai Impact 3rd is having most fans hyped, and for good reasons. Honkai Star Rail got a lot of praises following its second closed beta. Star Rail is set in space, taking you on an epic interstellar journey, and visually speaking, the game is absolutely gorgeous with well-designed characters and a great world building. The combat is fast-paced and you can expect engaging turn-based battles with eye-candy animations. As for the release date, it's getting closer, but I would expect it no earlier than 2023, considering what the developer said after the beta, things like fleshing out the existing locations, optimizing controller support, and tweaking the in-progress photo mode. But as they say, good things come to those who wait, right? Number 3. Harry Potter Magic Awakened. At its core, Harry Potter Magic Awakened aims to be both an RPG and a card game at the same time, mixed with some gacha mechanics. Magic Awakened takes place a few years after the novel and movies, and you play as a new student at Hogwarts, following your journey on becoming a first-class wizard. The game will feature a brand new storyline and you'll be able to experience both the school life and adventures outside of the academy. Quidditch, the different houses of Hogwarts, and the creatures from the movies will be present as well, so plenty of fan service up ahead. We don't know much about the gameplay, except that it's unique in that it mixes open world elements with card battle gameplay. And as for the launch date, there's no official one, but something tells me the game will come out around the same time as the other Harry Potter AAA game, Hogwarts Legacy, sometimes later this year. Number 2. Zenless Zone Zero. On top of Honkai Star Rail, MiHoYoverse is also working on a brand new IP that is Zenless Zone Zero. Triple Z takes place in a futuristic metropolis with you playing as a proxy, and you will fight mysterious entities to try and solve all of the mysteries of this universe. And you can of course count on the help of a diverse and massive collection of heroes on your side. Gameplay wise, you can expect beautifully animated 3D action with gorgeous anime-inspired visuals and a roguelike gameplay system, all within a futuristic sci-fi universe with a hint of cyberpunk, if I may. The upcoming MiHoYoverse AAA game will be an open-world action-adventure, gacha RPG, and the game is expected around the late 2022 into 2023 window. Hopefully, I'll give you guys an update soon. Number 1. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis is a remake of a remake. This upcoming gacha JRPG will feature an episodic format with parts of the story releasing monthly, similar for those of you who remember to Final Fantasy XV Pocket Edition. Ever Crisis boils down to a retelling of everything that happens in the Final Fantasy VII universe. This includes Advent Children, Before Crisis, Crisis Core, and Dirge of Cerberus. The game will also feature additional content that tells us more about the events leading to Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier, and stories about the characters' childhoods, which I'm looking forward to. Gameplay wise, the active time battle system is back, and you'll be fighting in groups of 3, unleashing special actions when the bar is full. There's no specific release date for this one, but we do know that it's coming in 2022, so it should be out in the next few weeks. And that sums up my picks for the top 10 upcoming gacha games on Android and iOS. But now I want to hear from you in the comments. Which gacha games are high on your watch list? Of course, as always, if you enjoyed this video, clicking the like button does help me out a lot, and I would really appreciate that. And if you're new, consider subscribing because I'll put out new videos like this every week. Also, a special thanks to my YouTube members, and if you want to support my content, links are down in the description. You can also show some love to this video with a super thanks. Once again, I'm Ben, thank you AG Nation for watching, and I'll see you next time, right here on Android Gamespot. Stay epic!